What's good, YouTube?
We're the Mix!
And tonight's special guests are VA's very own creators of the perfect play.
What's up, y'all? Huey.
Kamaria.
Alright, so, I've been hearing about y'all for a while now. I got a few friends that, that been, talking about the blog and all that. And, I follow you on Instagram. So just tell us what the perfect play is. Like, get us hip to how, everything got started and,
Alright. Okay, well, so around in 2015, basically started, I had a friend named Nile, and he started the perfect play. Originally, probably like a day or so after he started it, I talked to him and was like, man, I like what you're trying to do, or let's converse about it. We talked about everything, and basically he was like, yeah, you should join on board, or whatever, we can make this happen. So we started doing the blog, and then not like long thereafter, Kamaria came along, and she started helping out. She originally started out as just an editor, like to edit and post and stuff or whatever. But as time went on, she obviously her role like matured with her. So yeah, so that's how it started. And so as time goes on, we have a little mishaps, whatever happened, personal issues, I guess. And Niall steps away from the blog. So when he steps away, basically he doesn't want anything to do it anymore. And I hit up Kamaria, and we had some other partners in the blog at the time also. It was my girlfriend Shakira, she's still a part of the blog. Then a guy named Rob, and also Sebastian Vega. I don't know if y'all familiar with him, he DJs.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
He used to work at Top Golf with me, sorry.
Yeah, so they're a part of the blog also, and also Reggie, a guy named Reggie also. So they're all a part of the blog, but one guy steps away, hard feelings, whatever, no hard feelings, and basically I asked them, I'm like, y'all still want to continue with the blog? Everybody's still with it, so we continue on, and basically I kind of headed up along with Kamaria, and we just continue on, and as time goes on, people have their own personal endeavors and goals they want to achieve and stuff, so time goes on, some people do that or whatever, but me, Kamaria, and my girlfriend Shakira are the members of the Perfect Play today, along with Will the Shooter.
Okay.
He's our photographer, videographer, and another thing that's pretty big for us was I don't know if y'all familiar with Reggie Felipe, but the videographer, that was like my big brother. You know what I'm saying? He was 16. Unfortunately, he passed, but that was our go-to guy for videography. He was a part of the blog from the very jump from our first interview with Young Crazy. I don't know if y'all seen that, but yeah, man. So that's basically a little background on it. As far as I guess about what we are exactly, as far as covering content, I can already talk a little bit about that. You want me to talk about it? Okay. So basically, as far as the blog as it goes, I mean it's your typical blog. I would say your typical blog categories, if you will, but we approach it a little bit different. So obviously you have your music. Then you have your art, you'll have different stuff like fashion, then you'll have different sports articles. Primarily at this moment, it's been a lot of music, just because music just seems to be the #1 thing right now for everywhere. So it's a lot of music right now. And how it works is, man, we basically just post. Not to sound cliche, we kind of post what we think is cool, I guess you will, for us, we don't want to, and then we also try not to oversaturate content. So that's why you'll see maybe in a week you might see 6 posts from us maybe. But then obviously there's other weeks where just a lot of stuff comes out we really want people to know about. So it might be 12 posts for a week. You never know. But it, like I try to tell people, there's no status quo that we have to meet every day on post. Some days we don't post anything. But that's pretty much how it goes.
So what do you separately feel like you contribute to the perfect play? What are your own talents that you guys put in, and how do they work, or if they ever clash and stuff? If there's two big personalities and stuff, you know?
It definitely clash. It's kind of crazy.
We really never fight.
Yeah, or
even argue.
but I've known her for a while. Like we're like family. Like
Yeah, we went to high school together.
yeah.
Oh, wow. So that's really good. Okay, so, yeah, what are your different talents then?
Okay. You go first.
I would say I do more stuff in the background. Jay is more like social, like he's more on the forefront, like getting out there, meeting people, finding people, like new talents and things like that. I work more so on like the actual website. Like, I mean, I do post every now and then. I work on like the actual layout, the playlist on our website, emailing people, things like that. Like figuring out how things work so that we can get like when we started the podcast and things like that.
That's all. I think she was emailing one of y'all. Y'all were like, bro.
Oh,
like, girl.
that was it.
It's all good, bro. It's all good. But it's crazy because I try to make sure people know that because one thing that I don't like sometimes is that people are like, oh, Huey, perfect play, and I'm like, dog, I'm not like a one man show.
It's not
a one man show.
Like, you like the ghost fighter, like low key.
Yeah, she's like very vital.
silent.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, exactly.
Yeah. And also my girlfriend, she can't make it tonight, but she's also very vital too, because like, you know, obviously in a relationship, you know, I'm bouncing all my ideas off of her a lot of time, and she's like, you know, my girlfriend's like really, she's similar to Kamari, like she's more like antisocial, so she's like, well, I don't think we should do that. I think we should do that. Like, you know, she's like very direct. You know what I'm saying? But I couldn't do any of the stuff I do without either one of them. Of course, you know, like she said, she handles like a lot, like of the, you know, the emails, the updating the blogs, like as far as the layouts and different stuff like that. And my girlfriend, she's more like she's more so like just like a yes or no person. She's like, I don't see it, or I see it. Like, you know, she's that type of person, very visual. Yeah, very visual and stuff. And then like she said, I'm more so like the person who's kind of like out here talking to people and like, you know, I'm just a social guy. You know? But yeah, it all works very well. We never clash about anything. Like, it's kind of great.
That's really good.
And that's real good that everybody like has a part and they know their part, so it's like nobody's like power tripping over it. And, you know.
Like a perfect play.
Right, exactly.
It all works well. Yeah.
So, what's the biggest opportunity or interview you had the chance to do?
We probably have different people that actually do it first.
I don't know. Who I think is the biggest? Biggest in like what way? Like
Personally or?
Personally.
Okay. Good first.
we can go first.
Well, my alright, see, I probably have, I love all of them, to tell you the truth. I'll just give you a story on one. So Reese LaFleur, y'all familiar with Reese?
Yeah.
From Atlanta, okay? Yeah, so it's crazy, man. He had, we brought him down for Traptastic and stuff. I'm part of Traptastic also, but we brought him down for Traptastic, and I wanted to do an interview with him, so like me and Rod talked about it, like the whole, like, we were booking him and everything. We talked about it. I was like, yo, I need to do an interview with Reese. I've listened to him for a while, since like back when he was like rocking 2-9 and shit. So I'm like, yo, I need to do an interview with him. And so we had Traptastic, and it's like, you know how shit goes. We just didn't really have time to do the interview or whatever that night. He was moving around, whatever. So the next morning, I'm like, man, I really want to do an interview. It's a great show, but I really want to do the interview, you know. So get a call that morning, and actually it was Nate called me. Nate's like, yo, we need somebody to take Reese to the airport, bro. You live right there, can you take him? I was like, hell yeah, I can take him. I was like, what you need to do is call him and tell him we gotta do an interview though. And he's like, all right, I'm gonna hit him up. You just need to leave right now and go take him. So I'm like throwing on clothes and shit. And like I'm out the house in like 5 minutes, and I pick him up and I drive to Camaro and shit. So like he has like, you know, he had just, wherever he came from, he had like fucking went to like Adidas, and at the time he was, I think he's more like Nike Jordan now, but at the time he was like with like rocking with Adidas. So he had like all these damn shoes and shit. And I got a Camaro, I don't know if y'all know, but like it's very like small, like it's big and small, you know, like you can't tell.
Two-person car type thing.
So he has like all these bags, and like he obviously just rolled out of bags. He has like fucking clothes hanging off. He's like rolling up. He's like, oh shit, hold on, bro, I gotta get a spoon for my damn, we had yogurt or some shit. So I'm like, damn, I don't know if this interview's really gonna work. Like this guy, he doesn't seem like he's really like trying to, he's cool, but he doesn't really seem like he's trying to interview. He seems like he just woke up, he's trying to just get where he gotta go. But yeah, we ended up just chopping it up, man. I was just letting him know, like, dog, I really fuck with what you doing. Been rocking with you for a while. He's like, yeah, you know, I fuck with it, da da da. So we done interview. Then we do an interview, and I had my cell phone, and I had like a little mic that Reggie actually gave me. It was, you know, it's crazy actually. Yeah, Reggie gave me the little mic, and I recorded the whole interview off my phone. And I just remember like I had like a whole general list of questions I was gonna ask him, but like we just started talking, and it was just like
such a natural.
Yeah, it was just casual conversation, man. And then I sent that over to Reggie, and Reggie took the audio and basically made made like a video clip to go with it, because we didn't have like the video obviously. So yeah, man, that interview happened, and it was really good, man. Like Reese is definitely like 100 dude. So Reese, you see this. Definitely got my respect always, man. He's definitely 100. So.
What a situation since you want to have a GoPro in the car, put that on the front, the karaoke thing, like the karaoke in the car. Interviews in the car.
Yeah, that was probably my biggest one. That, and then No Malice was a big one too. Just yeah. Well, she said she was gonna sit down, so talk about it.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
That one was a big one too. I don't know. I like all of them. That's why it's like hard to pick which ones like. I feel like is the biggest ones. I don't have like some favorites. Like there's this dude in Richmond, Ron. That was one of my favorite ones of the day. He's like a really talented, but he does artwork with
What do you call that stuff, man?
It's like wiring.
I just talked to him the other day too.
I forget what it's actually called, but he just like creates these 3D figures out of it, but they're like so realistic. And he does like it with his bare hands, like.
Gotta be. Yeah, definitely somebody. I think it's like underscore RONG. So
yeah,
y'all check him out. If y'all watch it, check him out.
Cause I think I saw something like that on Twitter. Like it's a wire, and like somebody made a whale out of it.
Yeah, this guy's nuts, man. Y'all check him out. Y'all see what we're talking about. He's nuts. He's next level with him, for sure. Yeah.
So I'm seeing like a lot of like. You guys support a lot of Virginia like talent, no matter if it's music, art, or whatever the case may be. What do you got? Well, I'm gonna start with on Instagram. It's been like a lot of posts I've been seeing like Virginia artists don't support Virginia artists. So what are y'all standpoints on Virginia? People saying Virginia doesn't support Virginia.
You go first. I got a lot.
I think it's a certain group of people, or like certain groups of people, that they aren't showing really support to people, so they're feeling like it's complicated. You can go. I'll just add to it.
I think what it is a lot of people are confused on what support is and what actually liking something is. Okay, I can just not like your music, And if I just don't like your music, I just don't like it. Doesn't mean I don't like you. Doesn't mean I don't support you, or It's just I just don't like the music, I can just not like the event. I can just have something to do that night, or I can't show up to the event. I can just not want to post it. It doesn't mean I don't want to support you, or I don't like you. I guess it's just a thing where at that moment it might just not be the right time. I guess you know what I'm saying. It's stuff like that that happens. It's human nature. I feel like people get too emotional with it, man. It's too
like sensitivity.
Yeah, it's a lot of emotions involved, and that's normal also, because that's also human nature when someone's passionate about something. But at the same time, you just gotta understand, man. It's all Virginia doesn't support supporting Virginia. Not supporting Virginia is like the most like big statement you can make. Like who? Like I feel like you're gonna say that like directly. Say who you feel like not supporting you, or say
Cause I don't know. Oh, go ahead.
And as an artist, man, because I'm an artist myself, and I totally agree, man. And I feel like what it really is sometimes to me is that I feel like if I say, for instance, yeah, hey man, check out my music, and you say, hey, well, check out my blog. If you know what I'm saying, like you said, if you don't like my music, it's like I give that same energy back, so nobody's supporting each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's how people feel. I feel like people do that. Like if you send them a link or something and you don't like it, they're not gonna support you. Then that energy carries on that. Oh, he's not gonna support. And just like you said, if people look at the difference between, you know, the supporting factor and just I don't vibe with it.
I hate it, man, because it's like a thing where I know, like with us, man. I know specifically for us, and there's other people I can speak on also, but for us, man, I know for a fact, though, like we try our best to support everybody, you know, and that's not just doing a post, you know what I'm saying? A post is just, you know, that's cool, that's great, you know, I hope they would value it, but just everything, man, we listen to everything that comes our way. Like, we're not just saying that, I mean, every email that comes, we listen to it, you know, what we post or not is, you know, whatever, but we listen to it, and we reply. You know, we try our best to reply. I didn't say we reply to everything, we try our best though. On like we was talking about, like me, you know, being a little more like social guy, like everybody, like I don't even say everybody, but a lot of people hit me up, like, yo, check this out. And I try my best to check everything out. You know what I'm saying? I try to hit everybody up, and it's just a thing where it's frustrating sometimes where people might even try to be like, yo, Virginia, I support Virginia because we're a part of Virginia. So we support her, you know what I'm saying? And then got guys like Young Crazy, man. Like, I've literally had conversations like with Crazy or even just being around Crazy, and he's like talking about how he loves these like kids from Norfolk, you know, the younger generation doing anything. Guys like Laji, you know what I'm saying? Guys like Mopsy Mello, you know what I'm saying? And even like guys like CEO Mop, you know what I'm saying? Like Crazy, you know, supporting all this, you know what I'm saying? That's, in my eyes, Crazy's the biggest, you know, artist for this group right now.
And you know, this video, like basically this video is an example of how Virginia supports Virginia because you know, we're a talk show and you're a blog. Like we're both like we're in the same kind of pathway, and you know how the society is. We're supposed to be, you know, against each other because we both like do content, but it seems like
they might take
like this is support right here. So it's definitely showing the unity in Virginia that is actually here.
It's here, man, but it's a thing. We, you know, at the end of the day, stuff. A lot of underlying love or a lot of underlying beef, I would say actually, and fake love sometimes can overcome. You know, and I think that's what it is right now. You know, everything, I give it a few months to settle down, everything back to normal, but it'll be a thing hopefully where people will just be like, all right, you know, I got my lane, you got his, you know, we don't see eye to eye on things, it's whatever, but I don't mean now I gotta downgrade his brother or whatever, you know what I'm saying, whatever they doing.
And support comes in like many different fashions and stuff, and like some people may take like, if you didn't support them in a certain way, they really take it to heart. Like, okay, I didn't want to post your stuff. I don't want to put my Instagram. I want people to like my photos, you know? But like, I came out or whatever. Or some people just really don't support in the right fashion. Like, granted, you're telling your friend, you know, yeah, I like what you do, but you're not really, like, are you really helping, like, with people who have fashion lines and stuff? Like, are you really purchasing? You have to stop asking for discounts, okay? Like, if I just give you a discount out the kindness of my heart, but you gotta really support. I'm really big on supporting. Like, I feel like I support all my friends, and I feel like I have an amazing support system, especially like with this whole mixtape. I feel like a good amount of our friends really support us and stuff.
That's very important, man. That's very important.
You know, the thing about it, what you were saying about Young Crazy is that he had made that post about, you know, Atlanta rappers and Virginia rappers, and like I researched that a little bit, and it was like he kind of had a point though with, you know, Atlanta, they network so much that any artist, like look at Lil Yachty, nothing taken from Lil Yachty, but most people don't like his music, and some people figure out how did this man come up, and it was basically because of just networking. Just being a part of something, you know what I mean? Somebody saying, okay, yeah, I got you, this, that, the third. Right, exactly. And I feel like if Virginia can really network versus if like
chain reaction.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So yeah, like I was saying though, I think that like you said about Atlanta and Virginia, Young Crazy post, man. It's a thing where the guys in Atlanta, man, like you said, it's a lot of networking. Like they understood the common goal. You know what I'm saying? The common goal is that a lot of them guys, you know, they grew up, you know, with less fortunate, if you will. You know what I'm saying? So all of them want to eat. All right, so in the day, you can have somebody like Migos, you know what I'm saying? And you can have somebody like Gucci, who, yeah, they're from almost different like eras, you know, but they had the same struggle in the beginning. So Gucci understands, okay, I understand that struggle that these guys had, so let me pull them up. You know what I'm saying? I feel you. That's the same thing Crazy's trying to do. You know, is it not? I mean, you know, the same thing. He understands that struggle, and I'm not just talking about the less fortunate aspect of him. I'm just the aspect of being an artist on a local scale, I guess, and trying to broaden your horizons, I guess. You know, broaden your listeners, if you will. You know, reach that nationwide, reach that global. Crazy understands it. He's been doing it for long. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he's okay. I'm gonna try to get this kid like G's ears. You know what I'm saying? So he can skip some of the downfalls that I had to go through. You know, that's what it's about at the end of the day, man. But people gotta be willing to listen to it. People gotta be willing to, you know, to help other people. You know, and it's the thing where right now, you know, everybody is kind of like in that whole, you know, like you say, Virginia, not support Virginia. But you gotta let stuff. Sometimes, you know, the best thing to do is just sit back and let stuff, let everybody calm down and just let stuff, you know, simmer down. Sometimes, you know, you have people just need time. You know, that's just what it is. Sometimes people just need time to calm down, look in the mirror, cool off. Everybody can't just, you know, brush things off and keep going. So you gotta calm down.
One thing you said is that you want to help everybody, but some people are not willing to help. Like just some, like I would say, like videographers, they don't want to work with each other, but some artists they don't want to work with each other.
Yeah.
It may just be creative differences, or it just may be, oh, I'm not gonna help him because he's gonna stop my combo.
Yeah, and that's very true. And that's a thing that that's very true, but it's a thing that you never can avoid. The reason being is because you never truly know how someone feels deep down. Right. You can only judge based off their actions. So therefore, you know, it's a thing where you just gotta play it by how you feel your intuition, I guess you will. Like, you know, the hair stand up on the back of your neck and you don't think this person's really genuine, then fall back, you know, and if you feel like they are, then you do what you gotta do. I believe in karma, so I mean, I believe, you know, I try to put out good energy. I know for a fact she puts out good energy. I know for a fact my girlfriend puts out good energy, so I know the perfect place puts out good energy. So I don't worry about, you know, the negative with us. We gonna be, I know we're gonna be alright, so I don't sweat that junk, you know what I'm saying? But I agree with what you're saying though, it's definitely a thing where that happens a lot. It is unfortunate, but it's just human nature, man. It's not gonna, you can't change that, you know?
Well, speaking of perfect play, what are y'all future plans?
Future?
Yeah.
Talk with you. Go ahead. Corey's a little shy. Yeah, future plans though. I would say, man, just continuing to create cool content, man. You know, just continuing to create cool content, but primarily being able to provide a platform. That's been a goal since day one, to provide a platform. Currently, it's a lot of, you know, local talent. Maybe expanding to the 804 a little bit, like Richmond area a little bit also. And then you'll have a few here and there artists from elsewhere outside of this whole thing. But in the grand scheme of things, at some point being able to get to that national, global level for the Perfect Play. And then also, you know, obviously we started the podcast, Perfect Play podcast, to offer another aspect of interviewing, not just in the video tip, but you know, a lot of people want to ride and just listen nowadays. So we got the podcast there, and then, you know, with Perfect Play, man, we really just, you know, we just want to create, man, like do cool stuff. So it's like, it's not, we don't really place no necessarily limits on ourselves.
Yeah.
You know,
Alright, so earlier in the interview, you said you had, you know, interviews, you had the playlist, and then you just said the podcast. What is you guys as individuals, like, your favorite content to make? Like, you know, like, oh, if somebody asks for a playlist, oh, I'm gonna be hyped because I love making playlists, or oh, I'm about to go do this interview, so I'm about to be lit. Like, what's your favorite content?
My favorite is videos. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't I don't know, that's just my favorite. It's my favorite form of interview. I like how we have like creative control over it, and like before we just only had like the people, the person we were interviewing, and then now we've started to like Jay's in more of them, I'm in one of them. We'll probably start doing more like that, but I don't know, that's just my favorite.
You mean just on Perfect Play tip, or you mean just like with anything?
With anything.
Oh, on a personal level, you mean also though? Like,
yeah, I mean,
like
you can ask it. You can do it both ways. You can do it both ways, like the Perfect Play and individual.
Yeah.
That's
So give me your individual answer.
My individual, like, what's my favorite
I guess
thing to do?
for people, I guess people hit you up.
I don't have any friends, so I don't know.
I'm like surrounded by anti people in the Perfect Play. Y'all realize that yet?
You really are like,
Yeah.
you're really trying to be at the forefront, right? It's a balance.
Yeah, it definitely is a good balance.
Yeah, it is.
For me, I would say, man, for the Perfect Play, my thing that I like the most, I enjoy the conversations with artists. You know, even the interviews are great, you know, but I wish we could just have like a permanent. Y'all seen that show Black Mirror?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes.
You know, so you see how kind of technology and stuff is crazy. I wish it could be like a permanent. There was one episode, like I think like season 2, where the guy had like a recorder in his eye.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So
He found out
wish-
about his wife.
yeah, I wish I could have that, like, cause it's so much like stuff that like even on obviously on there, you know, the interviews released, it's a lot of good content, but just off air, man, there's so much stuff. These artists,
These
artists got
to them
man,
talk about like their craft, like
so much, man.
yeah.
It's like you couldn't even fit it into like a interview almost. Like, man, the guy's like the guy we most recently did, man, he blew my mind. DP, the podcast we did, shout out DP. Well, Grim Days, so like Grim Days now. He's actually released something this week, but him on Crazy, all these guys, man, they just like when you talk to them, you know, it's mind blowing. That's what I enjoy most about Perfect Play, the conversations, and then aside on a personal level, man, I enjoy just being able to contribute, man. Just help. You know, I'm a big believer in just, like I said, karma and just help, man. That's all I really wanted to do. You know, growing up and stuff, man. I just want to be able to help people. You know, I always told myself I want to be in a position to where I can have what I have, but I want to make others have. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I really want. That's what I enjoy.
You're very obviously you're a very selfless person. Like that's just amazing. And our last question of the night, like, alright, so let's say we have somebody that's 13 years old, they're just starting their craft out, you know, what is your message to that particular person that's just starting their craft?
I would tell them to just pursue, first, find yourself. You gotta know yourself, you know what I'm saying? You gotta know who you are to do any craft, to do anything in life in general. You gotta know who you are, you know what I'm saying? So first, find yourself. Make sure you know yourself before you get anybody else involved with yourself. You know, but just the endless pursuit, you know, the endless factor of being a student. That's the most important thing you could ever have, you know, always being a student. And what I mean by that is always being willing to learn, you know, not always having the answer, but always being willing to ask for the answer or ask the question or, you know, that sort of thing, man. It's important to be a student, and just endless pursuit of your goals, you know, plural, because definitely I'm a firm believer you should have more than one goal, and all facets of whatever you do. But yeah, that was my main thing, just the endless pursuit of your goals and always remaining a student.
That's so inspirational.
You never have to beat it.
I would just say, just like remain persistent. If it's something that you really do want to do and you're serious about it, like don't give up, don't let anything discourage you, and just also remain a student, keep learning. There's always something more you can learn to add to
interviewing you guys. You guys are like, we already fuck with y'all, but now we fuck with you.
Right.
You know, boy, this has definitely been like one of our greatest interviews. I've learned a lot, you know, coming up, making this show. You know, I studied y'all before I even made my show, and I ain't gonna hold y'all. So, you know, it's cool. Continue to inspire, you know, all of us.
And that's the goal, man. That's why I like to hear that, because that means that we're doing what we want to do.
Yeah.
You know?
And I got an idea for y'all too. Cause I feel like
you got a lot of ideas, man.
I really feel like, man, cause y'all stuff goes so hard. I feel like y'all should really. Y'all got all these artists trying to submit their work to y'all. I honestly feel like y'all should collab with Traptastic and do like a, you know, like a showcase. You know, just have these different artists, even if art, you know, have some vendors there. You know what I'm saying? Just showcase the hidden talent that Virginia has, because I feel like people really don't know, because they see a lot of us going head to head when we really can do stuff just like how we doing now.
And we'll definitely take into consideration. We do work really close with Traptastic. I'm not sure if you're familiar, but like we do the parties at like Toast, Sing Sounds parties and stuff. And a lot of times you'll see the Perfect Play up there. That's why like we work closely with that. But yeah, definitely take into consideration. You know, that's definitely a good idea.
That's what's up, man. If y'all have any like social medias y'all want to shout out, you know, go ahead, shout out everything.
You can follow the Perfect Play on Twitter. It's Perfect Play Co. And then it's the Perfect Play on Instagram. And my Instagram is XAMAREA.
Okay, so she handled the Perfect Play. So my Instagram is Huey.jm. Twitter, Huey of the Cloud. And then also, like you said, follow Perfect Play, but then also follow the Traptastic on Instagram and Twitter. Follow No End Create on Instagram, and follow the Mix on IG.
Hey!
And tell your mama.
yeah, all that.
Alright, y'all. Well, this has been another video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. Make sure y'all follow the Perfect Play, and you already know, network with others, build each other up, and we out.
Right.